It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'm back with another one. So I'm still a bit concerned with this market. I don't want you guys to again feel like I personally fall on either side, whether it's bullish or bearish. I think the main focus here is resilience, being able to survive for the next 3 to 6 months. But I just feel like there's a lot of weakness in the market. And I was seeing some of the comments on the Jasmine video. And I don't know if you guys just read titles but don't actually watch the video. But I stated in the video that Jasmine will struggle unless we see ETH start to perform. It's an ERC20 token. And I seen somebody in the video make a great point when they were like, I'm going to start, moving away from ERC20 tokens until ETH starts to perform, which is a valid argument because apparently we haven't seen ETH perform. So I want to make it clear to all the people that are just rushing in to just buy the dips. My main thing to the message that I want to get out there is to have patience. Use the indicators if you're basing things off indicators or you're basing things off confirmation. Use the information that's been given to you. If you have regular jobs and stuff like that, I get it. You got to DCA when you can DCA. You don't have time to really like look at the charts, and I get that, right? But just DCAing upon a YouTube video or something an influencer say, guys, you got to start taking a deeper dive. In my opinion, I personally would take a deeper dive outside of just, listening to some random person talk about crypto and saying, okay, it's a good time to DCA. Now, I want to point out the weakness that I'm seeing in the market. First and foremost, the one thing that kind of concerns me is that the stock market is still struggling. We got the stock market struggling going into the CPI print on Wednesday, the FOMC meeting in a few days as well, and the potential trade war. I think Canada and Trump is still going at it about the tariffs, and we're also seeing April 2nd, there's supposed to be some more tariffs implemented. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and people don't seem to understand that the market doesn't like uncertainty. I'm noticing a lot of, the retail out there thinking that, okay, I got to buy this dip. I got to buy this dip. There's nothing wrong with buying the dip or buying the fear, right? But you need to, in my opinion, and I don't ever want to say you need to, but what I like to do personally is dollar cost average in increments. That way I'm not over exerting myself in case the market continues to go lower, and I'm positioning myself to still have capital to deploy if the market goes lower. So I can point out a lot of weakness on these weekly charts, especially in the stock market. And regardless of what people say, the cryptocurrency market is still kind of intertwined with the stock market, and it's printing it's on the way of printing these confirmation candles before below the 50-day moving average, while also printing below this trend, these bull market trends. So I would still be a bit concerned with this altcoin market because we know that Ethereum already has been struggling. Bitcoin has been holding up, right? The little gains that the XHB put in for the last couple of days are now trending to the downside with potentially a head and shoulders pattern and a bearish 25-day over 50-day cross. So this is the stock market. So the stock market is already reacting to uncertainty. And in some cases, many would argue that the stock market is positioning and starting to price in a potential short-term recession, trade war, or however you look at what's going on in the macro world. The hopium here is that this leads us into an environment where we can finally end quantitative tightening and walk into QE, right? Starting a new liquidity cycle. So I want to make it clear, I'm not making videos that's designed to make you feel bullish or bearish. Frankly, I personally think that we should try as our best as possible right now to remove emotion out of the equation and understand what the information that we have is telling us. Because I know everybody wants to buy the dip. I get it. Everybody wants to buy the dip. They say they see things starting to bounce. And yes, we are due for a rally, a short-term rally. I'm not saying we're not. I'm looking at weekly charts, and I'm looking at the weakness within the stock market. I can only hope that the cryptocurrency market decouples from the stock market. I would be happy, right? And I'm glad to see some of the things that I hold, like Tau, up 15% on the day, bouncing, right? I told you guys I had a little bit of money sitting around 170 bucks. I threw it into Tau, right? But it's nothing where it's my last 170. You get what I'm saying? It's all about being able to survive for the next 3-6 months and not kind of emptying your clip on the first dip, because we could go lower. So I just want to make that clear. But yes, there are some good prices out there. The funny thing is now stocks are also starting to hit some good prices. I mean, Tesla is almost back down here to COVID-19 lows, right? COVID-19 lows. Tesla is almost back down to COVID-19 lows. So it's some good deals out there all over the board, not just specifically cryptocurrency. Final boss here, the Fed. 8 days, we'll find out a little bit about this economy, and I'm thinking we'll also be positioned, right, because we don't have an FOMC meeting in April. That does not mean, what we've learned though, is that does not mean Powell won't talk in April, because he could do a Fed minutes or whatever. We do got CPI print on Wednesday, but our next FOMC meeting is May, and there's starting to be chatter of a potential cut. There's starting to be chatter of a potential cut. So we can utilize the next 60 days, or we can just pick our spots, buy into conviction. You see the strongest coins that's bouncing back, make it easy. You don't got to go be a super degen yet, because remember, we don't want to actually be a degen. We don't want to actually be buying these low cap or micro cap coins that's tied to these cryptocurrencies until we see their dominance rising. So until we see SOL dominance rising, there makes no sense to buy shitty coins unless you're gambling, right? Unless you want to get into the casino and start gambling. The same could be said for ETH. Unless we start to see ETH dominance start to rise, there's no point in buying these low caps, these shitty plays on ETH, because ETH is still in the downtrend, because SOL is still in the downtrend. So we're learning across the way, and what we need to do is just apply the things that we're learning. That way we make the best decisions. It's not about being the hero and trying to call the bottom. It's about making the best decisions and surviving, so we'll be able to have liquidity for these opportunities. So if you like these type of videos, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And hopefully I explain this thorough enough where people don't come in the comments and get so people don't come in the comments and get the impression that I'm either bullish or bearish. Right now, I am reacting and making decisions based upon what the market is giving me, and working to foreshadow some of the things that I'm seeing from a macro perspective. So let's keep it simple. Appreciate you guys for showing up. Comment. Let me know how you feel the market will be in the next 60 to 90 days. I would love to know everyone's opinions in the comments. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.